Welcome to the Hopefulist, a daily talk show hosted by veteran broadcaster Wendy McClure. Join Wendy each day as she shares her life lessons that transformed her from perpetual pessimist to the ultimate hopefulist. The perfect morning show to get you caught up on the day's top stories while sharing insights that will lead to positive transformation and bring out the hopefulist in you. For more inspiration, visit hopefulist.com. And now, here's your host and hopefulist, Wendy McClure.
Friday, Friday, Friday. Happy Cocktail Friday. That's right. We made it. It is the weekend officially at 5 p.m., but it is indeed Cocktail Friday. It is July 19th, 2019. The Lion King in theaters everywhere now. I read a review of The Lion King, and it wasn't a great review. They did say great things about it, but what they did say that they don't think translated like the animated version was the mouthing of the animals. They felt with the live action that it kind of deterred from the emotion and the feeling that we got when we saw the mouths moving in the animated version. So he even goes on to say, it begs the question, how much do we need our animals talking to seem like they're really talking? So that's the one thing he thought really wasn't great about The Lion King, is that, you know, it's missing a little bit of that emotion. We'll see. Did you see it yet? Started last night. Have you seen it? Are you planning to see it this weekend? Again, let me know. Put it on the Hopefulist group page. Tell me if you've seen it. Tell me your thoughts. I'm so excited. I'm going to see this movie regardless of the reviews that come out. I have to say, I've been a little surprised at how huge this is. I knew I was a Lion King freak. I'm not alone. Apparently, everybody loves The Lion King, and I didn't really know this until all of this hoopla happened. So, I'm very excited. My plan is to go Monday. Can't wait. And I will let you know if I think that the mouths not syncing up as well as they did in the animated version does not translate as well for me. We'll see. I have high hopes. High hopes. Yesterday, I put a picture on the Facebook group page a little later in the day. I was talking about the Face app yesterday, where everybody's now, you know, doing this version of what they look like 40, 50 years in the future. And I had mentioned that some people were saying that the Russians were behind it. I saw an additional news story about it yesterday, later in the day. And apparently the app, the headquarters, is in Russia. So that leads a little more credence to the fact that the Russians are behind this, because what they're saying is they're taking a lot of info from your profile that they don't need to create these pictures of you looking 40, 50 years ahead. Like I said, keep all of that in mind when you do this. I jokingly said that I went ahead and did the Face app to see what I would look like in 40 or 50 years. And I put up a picture of Miss Oprah Winfrey. I don't know if anybody got it. I didn't get a lot of play on it. My sister did comment saying that it was clever because, you know, in 40 or 50 years, I want to be known as Oprah because Oprah's my guru. I'm the next Oprah. Do you get it? Do you get it? Okay. All right. Whatever. I thought it was pretty funny. My husband liked it too. I don't think he got it at first either, so that's what, maybe people didn't get it. I'm saying that I'm going to be the next Oprah. Yes. I do not really think that in 40 years I will look like a larger black woman, but I would love to be known as the second Oprah or anywhere in that realm at all. So anyway, the heat continues here in the Northeast. At the Jersey Shore, we're getting clobbered. We had a horrific storm yesterday, which led to my topic that I will get to in a little bit about whether you love or hate a good old-fashioned thunderstorm. But some interesting news I came across this morning. The New York City Triathlon has been canceled for the first time ever because of the extreme heat. They feel it's a danger for people to be running and biking. I guess the swimming part is okay, but that doesn't make a triathlon. That makes a swim meet. So they have canceled it. I don't know if they're going to reschedule it. I assume they would have to. People sign up for these events way in advance. I know about all this stuff because my sister does them all the time. Ironman 19. She's doing Ironman in September, so we're wishing her a lot of luck. That is the triathlons of all triathlons. I still can't even wrap my head around the numbers that she's talking about. She told me she did a 60-mile bike ride yesterday. 60 miles. I'm like, so proud of myself when I do 20 miles. I'm like, 20 miles. I'm like, I kick ass. I mean, I am like a super badass. 20 miles. One time I did 25. I think that's the longest I ever went, was 25 miles. And man, it is tiring. And it's not so, forgiving on your nether regions either. Well, it gets a little sore down there. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? So she did 60 miles. I asked her what is the most she will go before the triathlon, before the Ironman. I don't want to call it a triathlon. It's not. It's an Ironman. And she said she will train up to about 100 miles before that because it's 109 miles. I don't know. She'll correct me, I'm sure. It's over 100 miles for when she has to actually do the event. It's an all-day thing. I can't even imagine. I can't even imagine having to try and keep up with her to try and cheer her on, let alone do the actual event. No thanks. I'm good. I'm good with sitting in the sun and reading my book. That is my kind of challenge. In fact, I'm so excited. I downloaded 3 books today from Hoopla. 3 books. Yes. 3. I got some reading to do, people. Now, I did it through Hoopla, which the only thing I don't like about Hoopla is you can't download Hoopla to your Kindle. I don't plan on going outside in the next few days, so it's not a big deal, but I have to read off of my iPad, and you cannot see outside in the sun on your iPad. It's like trying to read your phone. The backlighting doesn't work. So that's okay. I don't plan on going outside today at all. The storm probably watered my flowers good enough. I am good to go. I'm going to dive in to a couple of books. I actually took out another book that I had been reading about getting 1 million followers. Yes, that's what I need. 1 million followers. You guys can help me with this, by the way. Spread the word. Are you loving the podcast? Do you enjoy the blog? Send people to my website. Say, hey, I know this girl. She puts on this really funny, quirky, informative show. Off the fly, that's what I had to say about myself. Tell them to go to Hopefulist.com. In fact, do me a solid and start going to Hopefulist.com for me. You can get everything at Hopefulist.com. You can get my blog. You can get my podcast there. The podcast is updated on the website the minute it is finished. So this is going to help me with my numbers. I need traffic to my website, and then it's going to show me how many people come to the website on a regular basis, on a daily basis, and listen to my podcast. And that's what's going to help me grow this business. It's going to help me show some advertisers and sponsors that you, my good, faithful people that I love so much, listen to me on a regular basis. And I'm going to say, hey, why don't you advertise to these people? They're good people. They like their daily dose of positivity and inspiration. Oh my gosh, I said that backwards. They like their daily dose of inspiration and positivity. So do me that huge favor, and I will be forever in your debt. Send people to Hopefulist.com, not thehopefulist.com. It's Hopefulist.com. Please and thank you. I much appreciate it. Moving on to a funny story. Joe and I went shopping over the weekend last weekend. Joe needed some shorts, so we went to Kohl's because guess who had a 30% off coupon? That's right, this girl. So we went to Kohl's, and, you know, it's funny. It's almost like shopping with men, and I don't know if it's the same for you, but I do know there was another woman standing. She was actually blocking the doorway to the men's dressing room, waiting to see her man in his outfits before they bought them. I don't ever come out and show him my outfits unless it's like a dress or something. But most of the time I don't shop with Joe. Most of the time I do that on my own because he's bored to tears. And I don't blame him. I'm bored to tears too. I hate trying on clothes. It's the worst thing in the world. So, but I said, you know, come out when you've got your shorts on and let me see them. Meanwhile, I'm rummaging through some shirts that I see, and I see this shirt, and it's a red shirt. He doesn't like red much to begin with. He'll wear some red. But it's a you know, like a button-down short sleeve shirt, and it's got these huge flower prints all over it. It kind of reminds me of those bathing suits that came into fashion a couple years ago that the men wear with the big flowers all over them. It looks almost exactly like that, if you can picture what I mean. So I take that down off of the rack, and when he comes out to show me the shorts, I'm like, you know, how do they fit? Do you feel good? Like I said, it's like with being with a kid almost. Like, and I'm a little embarrassed now that I'm thinking about it. Like, why do I put him through this? He knows how to buy shorts. You know, it's like, why do I make him do they fit okay? They're not too tight around the waist. Yeah, he's a big boy. He can figure all this out on his own. But anyway, when he comes out to show me the shorts, I hold up this shirt. And like I said, there was another woman standing there waiting for her husband as well. I assume it was her husband. And I said, hey, babe, how about this shirt? And he just looks at me and he goes, you don't know me at all. I said, oh, in fact, I do know you. I knew that you would say, no, I'm not trying that shirt on. And the woman says, yeah, I picked that out for my husband too, and he wouldn't go for it. Meanwhile, a guy literally walking past us as we're having this conversation, and he just says, I wouldn't wear it. I'm like, hey, who asked you? It was pretty funny. So we were looking around first because I'm like, I got 30% off coupon. Anything else you want? Stock up. Let's go. Let's do it. I've said this before. That's one of the problems with the 30% off coupon from Kohl's is I don't even look at price tags. I just throw stuff in the basket. I'm like, it doesn't matter. It's 30% off. Get it. Just get it. So we were looking around at some other stuff, and then I found a pair of shorts that matched the red flowery shirt. And I'm like, oh, babe, you can get the shorts instead. He's like, yeah, no. But I did think it was funny. He's like, you don't know me at all. I'm like, oh, in fact, I do. I knew there was not a chance in hell I was going to get you to buy this shirt. But, you know, we always try, don't we, ladies? We always try to put our men in what we want them to wear. I have come around a little bit to, you know, Joe doesn't like zippers on his sweaters and buttons on his sweaters. He, in fact, doesn't like sweaters, but he's come around to the fact that he will at least wear some sweaters here and there. So we've both compromised a little. I don't force things on him now that I know that he doesn't like, but he'll still wear things he doesn't necessarily want to wear to make me happy. Hence, a happy marriage, at least part of it. So I am going to go on to my topic now, and I was sitting outside on the porch yesterday struggling with because I do this, I don't know, maybe once or twice a week where I just can't come up with a topic. Like, especially on Fridays, I'm like, I want to do something fun, maybe something to do with some adult beverages, maybe something to do with music. Just, I tend to want to do something fun on Fridays, and it's not always something fun, but sometimes it's hard for me to figure out what to choose. So as I'm sitting on the porch yesterday, the storm clouds are rolling in, and you know, this was the weirdest storm. We heard thunder for about an hour and a half before I saw any drops of rain. Meanwhile, I'm getting text messages from the township saying, stay off the roads, massive flooding going